there was a group called Boyzone, and they were British kids and huge. They were like the Backstreet Boys. And they were doing a greatest hits album. And they asked Steve if he would put it out and produce it. And we got together and wrote a song for Boyzone. And they were like humongous all over the world. And in our song, it was like best friends telling him not to go there. You go, hold on, go on. And you go, you better leave that girl alone. And the friends, hold on, go down. I got to, back and forth. So I needed 3 zones. I needed a Boyzone lead and the Boyzone friends. So Louis Walsh was their manager. And Steve goes, well, just call him up and see. So I call up Louis Walsh and I go, hi, Louis. Oh, hey, Mark, how's it going, Mark? Hey, Mike, Irish. And I go, look, we've written this song and it's really, really great, but I need 3 Boyzones. Well, you got Ronan Keating, the lead singer. Good singer, good guy. I go, but then I need other zones. He goes, you can't have them. What? You can't have them. So why? He goes, they can't sing. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. He goes, they're just dancers. And I'm looking at Steve like, Steve, we have 1 zone and the other guys are just for looks. Holy menudo.
We all know the story about Milli Vanilli back in the day, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which was, yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting. You know, there's a part of me that, I don't know which one's still alive, Millie or Vanilli, because one of them jumped off a building. I think they should give them the Grammy back because there's so much music now that's doing that with big, huge stars. And I just don't know why we don't give Vanilli the Grammy back because they're all auto-tuned and moved over to the left.
No, again, if you remember the story of Milli Vanilli, they were the guys who had big hits, but it turned out they didn't sing on their own records, and they got called out when they were on a live performance, and their like program music started to skip, and it was obvious that they weren't really singing. But I think the problem with Milli Vanilli, because a lot of people over the years have made records where they didn't do everything that it seemed like they were doing, but in most cases, people give credit. Like if you look at the back of an album in the old days when there were albums, it would say additional musicians or additional vocals, and they would give credit to the people who might have been doing a lot of the work that you thought the star was doing. In the case of Milli Vanilli, they really just lied. They didn't give any credit to anybody. And I think if they had just in the back of the record said additional vocals and listed the people who really sang, I think they would have actually, the whole thing would have blown over.
Maybe so. Maybe. However, if you see 20 Feet from Stardom, the famous documentary with Darlene Love and all of these girls that were virtually background singers who were singing all of the lead vocals but didn't get the career. And who was that girl? You know, everybody dance now. She was some... Yeah, but there was a real person that did it, not the cute person that was in the video. Well,
and she,
Martha
yeah,
Walsh.
and she got, and she had a nice run. You know, for a moment, she got credit, and she was playing. I remember I actually played in a band that was opening a town hall show for her.
Wow.
Back in the day, yeah. So you know, she did get a moment of credit for that, which is different. I think what Steve said is accurate. That right, it's because they tried to hide the whole thing. Yeah.
Was that management or was it Milli Vanilli?
I think it was management. They were managed by this guy in Germany who had actually pulled this trick off several times before successfully. He had other groups that also had sort of attractive stage performers who didn't really do the real vocals and stuff. And he'd gotten away with it for years and years, and then it just all kind of blew up on him with Milli Vanilli.